Live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Hello there, good evening and a warm welcome to the National News broadcast, bringing you your top stories for tonight. I am Lakshadip Singh.
I'm Sharon Mascreens. First, it's a look at the day's headlines.
Fuel prices revised. Bus fares reduced by 5.07%. The fisherman who is in critical condition after consuming an unknown liquid was admitted to the Sampanthan General Hospital. Bhumi Hansamali reports to the Illegal Assets Investigating Unit of the CID. Remains of the late R. Sampanthan will be brought to a private funeral parlour in Beryl tomorrow. Final rites will be held in Trincomalee. 2 were killed in an accident at Galevela. 23 were injured by Vevaldenia accident. Far right lead the France parliamentary election.
We move on to those and other stories in detail. We start off with the top story for tonight. Ceylon Petroleum Corporation has revised prices of fuel with effect from midnight yesterday.
Prices of 92-octane, 95-octane petrol and Lanka super diesel have been reduced. Prices of kerosene oil and Lanka auto diesel remains unchanged. A litre of 92-octane petrol reduced by 11 rupees up to the new price of 344 rupees per litre. A litre of 95-octane petrol decreased by 41 rupees up to the new price of 375 rupees per litre. A litre of Lanka super diesel is now at 355 rupees. It has been reduced by 22 rupees. According to the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation, prices of kerosene oil and Lanka auto diesel remain the same.
In other stories, the National Transport Commission has taken measures to reduce bus fares by 5% from the midnight tonight. Accordingly, the minimum bus fare will be reduced to 28 rupees. Chairman of the National Transport Commission, Shashi Welgama, said that through the bus fare revision this time, fares will be reduced by 5.07%. It will be effective from midnight tonight. Accordingly, all fares of normal, semi-luxury, luxury and super-luxury services will be reduced. The National Transport Commission says that the 30 rupees minimum bus fare will become 28 rupees and the maximum fare of 2,388 rupees will be reduced up to 2,267 rupees. Chairman of the National Transport Commission, Shashi Welgama, said that there are 350 stages of bus fares. All are subject to this reduction.
The fisherman who is in a critical condition after consuming a liquid in a bottle they came across while floating on the sea was brought to the Sampanthan harbour today. The Sri Lankan Navy says he was dispatched to the Sampanthan General Hospital for treatment. 6 fishermen who had gone to deep sea by a multi-day vessel named Devon 5 had drunk the liquid inside the bottle thinking it was alcohol. Out of them, 5 died in the boat after consuming the toxic liquid. The only fisherman still alive was brought to ashore by the Vijayabahu vessel of the Sri Lankan Navy. The Fisheries and Aquatic Resources Department says that it may take 2 more days to bring the Devon 5 vessel to the island. Director of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources Department Susantha Kahawatha said that the Devon 5 vessel with the deceased 5 fishermen have now entered the Sri Lankan waters. However, it is still in the deep sea beyond 200 nautical miles from the Sri Lankan coastal belt. Since the vessel has a technical failure, it is being tugged towards mainland. It may take about 2 days to reach ashore.
Model Bhumi Hansamali today arrived in the Illegal Assets Investigating Unit of the CID, where she was waiting there for about 30 minutes. A complaint has been received by the CID against her under the charge of earning assets worth billions of rupees in suspicious manner. Model Bhumi Hansamali said that one of these skin products is sold at a price of 25,000 rupees. About 35,000 packs of this product have been sold so far. This is a clear evidence to prove how we have earned high income. She had come to the CID to give a statement in this connection. Model Pumi Hansamali said that the CID did not record her statement today and another day would be granted. She further said that although she has prepared her files to prove her innocence, the CID may not have got ready. We have many products of beauty culture, she said. She has studied a degree of this field online and earned income through her business.
Veteran language instructor R.S. Jayasinghe was honoured by President Ranil Wickremesinghe. He was awarded this honour for successfully completing 60-year-long service to the public sector. President Wickremesinghe presented a letter of appreciation to R.S. Jayasinghe this afternoon at the Presidential Secretariat. Prior to the Cabinet meeting, R.S. Jayasinghe joined the Survey Department on the 1st of August 1961 and was appointed as a language consultant in the Cabinet Office on July 3, 1974. As of July 3, 2024, he has completed 50 years of service in the Cabinet Office. The President's Secretary, Samaneka Naika, was also present on this occasion.
One of the most senior politicians in the country, former leader of the Tamil National Alliance, R. Sampanthan, passed away this morning. He was 91 years at the time of his demise. He was the oldest parliamentarian in the parliament in Sri Lanka. He was elected to the parliament in 1977 and has been serving as the leader of the Tamil National Alliance since 2004. He has also acted as the opposition leader from 2015 to 2019. R. Sampanthan entered into politics in 1956 by becoming a member of the Ilange Tamil Arsukachi party. He has been engaging in active politics for over 6 decades. He always stressed the need to unite all political parties that represent Tamil people in the north and east. At the time of his demise, he was undergoing treatment at a private hospital for brief illness. His remains will be placed at a private funeral parlour in Beryl from 9 a.m. tomorrow for public respect. It will be taken to the Parliament complex on Wednesday and placed there at 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. for the parliamentarians to pay their last respects. Funeral of late R. Sampanthan is scheduled to be held in Trincomalee.
Two persons were killed by a motorcycle accident occurred this morning along the Kurunegala-Dambulla main road. Meanwhile, 23 persons were injured and hospitalized in a bus accident occurred in Vevaldenia area this morning. A motorcycle collided with a huge flower pot placed in the middle of the Galevela town about 1 a.m. this morning along the Kurunegala-Dambulla main road. 2 employees serving at the Vayamba Ala project in Galevela died on the spot in this accident. It is reported that 3 persons had travelled on the motorcycle and the 3rd person was also critically injured. Two buses met with a head-on collision at Vevaldenia area this morning. 23 commuters were injured and admitted to the Varakapola hospital. 1 commuter with eye injuries have been sent to the Kegol base hospital. The accident occurred when a bus travelling from Panathura to Kandy knocked head-on with a private bus bound to Colombo from Galimbidunuvava.
National Scouting Service and Coordination Month commences from today. Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena says that this period is an opportunity for school-level scouts to gain a series of experiences for their lives. The Prime Minister made these remarks at a ceremony held today to offer the first service card to the scouts who engaged in service activities at the temple trees. The National Scouting Services and Coordination Month, organized by the Sri Lanka Scouts Association, is effective from the 1st to the 31st of July. Over 110,000 school scouts will engage in scouting services during this period. Chief Commissioner of Scouts Janaprit Fernando and several others were present at the service card distribution ceremony today.
Minister Dr. Bandulu Gunawardena says that deviating from the current government's economic program under the President Ranil Wickremesinghe's leadership would inevitably lead to the country's collapse once more. He made this statement during a news conference at the Presidential Media Centre today under the theme Collective Path to a Stable Country. Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena said that if this program is continued without any change, Sri Lanka will become a developed country by 2048. Therefore, if any person goes against this program, means he goes against the country. Some people say that the development activities are carried out under the tax money of the people. It is totally wrong. During the past 40 years, all major development projects have been carried out under foreign loans. The tax income is only for paying salaries and pensions for government servants. When they demand higher wages, more taxes have been imposed. It is difficult for the people to bear the tax burden. The government is unable to print money at present due to IMF conditions. Even foreign countries do not give loans until the debt restructuring is completed. Therefore, these rules and regulations should be passed and the country should be ruled under them. Otherwise, the country would face another economic disaster.
Opposition leader Sajith Premadasa says that he will establish a unit of presidential secretariat in each divisional secretariat area after he comes into power. People in rural areas will be able to submit their problems and grievances directly to the president through this unit of presidential secretariat. Opposition leader Sajith Premadasa made these remarks participating in the Janapawara mobile service program held in Matale yesterday. A number of public representatives of the SJB were also present at this occasion. Opposition leader Sajith Premadasa said that he promises to listen to the grievances of the people. For this purpose, the presidential secretariat will be brought to rural areas. Former President R. Premadasa conducted mobile services for this purpose. However, under the SJB rule, a unit of the presidential secretariat will be set up in each divisional secretariat area. Any person would be able to reach this special unit and present their problems and grievances directly to the leader.
Parliamentarian Namal Rajapaksa says that agricultural policy and the technological revolution of the Mahinda Rajapaksa regime will be reactivated. He stresses that his party would not betray its policies scared of elections. He added that his party is ready for any election at any time. Parliamentarian Namal Rajapaksa made these remarks participating in the Hiriyala electorate meeting of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna. SAPP parliamentarian Sumit Udukumbura has also organised this meeting. General Secretary of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna parliamentarian Sagara Karivasam said that people who ruined and created problems in the country have come to the stage again as quality leaders and attempt to become heroes. They level false allegations against the leaders who saved the country and steered it to development. National organizer of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna parliamentarian Namal Rajapaksa said that when the expressway was constructed in the past, some say that the expressway is for Mahinda Rajapaksa to bring pickled fish from Kudavella to Colombo. They forgot the fact that the expressways would lead to the development of rural economy. We believe that the agricultural policy implemented by the former President Mahinda Rajapaksa is very much suitable for the country at present.
The United National Party says that all should unite and extend their support to the program carried out by President Ranil Wickremesinghe for the country's future development. Views were expressed in this connection at a press briefing held in the Sirikota UNP headquarters. UMP Katugampula constituency regional organizer Asanga Jai Vikrama Pereira said that many leaders are now talking about their rights after the country was saved from the economic crisis. It is shameful for them to attempt to grab power. During the last month, about 1 million foreign tourists have arrived in the country. There are ample stocks of fuel, electricity is available around the clock. President Ranil Wickremesinghe is the one who recorded these victories after becoming the president.
Leader of the National People's Power, Anurakumara Dissanayake, says that majority of the elderly community in the country are still living in the history in their mind. He made these remarks addressing the youth rally of the NPP held in Anuradhapura yesterday. The rally was held in Kakirawa public grounds. A large crowd with the NPP public representatives were present at the rally. Leader of the National People's Power, Anurakumara Dissanayake, said that our elder generation is still trapped with the past. They are not aware of political solutions for the existing problems. This older generation is unable to find solution for the problems faced by the youth in the country at present. Beliefs and traditions are somewhat helpful for the uniformity of the society. However, the social crisis cannot be resolved through the conventional thinking. The society is facing a severe economic crisis and it can only be solved through a political action.
Secretary of the Navamagan National Movement, Anil Shantha says that at any time when new economic policies are introduced to the country, the JVP disrupted them. He made this remark at a press briefing held in Colombo yesterday. Secretary of the Navamagan National Movement, Anil Shantha said that it is questionable how the JVP requests the people to vote them after running the public assets, or rather ruining the public assets in the country and ruining the economy. He questions whether the NPP would continue the economic policies introduced by Ranil Wickremesinghe when they come into power. They will also have to agree with the IMF conditions. Therefore, it is better to re-elect President Ranil Wickremesinghe to continue these policies. JVP is the party that picked up the people to set fire in the parliament and to instigate violence throughout the country. JVP is the party that directed the youth community to start the struggle. And in other stories, Ministry of Agriculture and Plantation says many initiatives centered around export agriculture under the Agriculture Modernization Program are currently underway.
These remarks were shared during a press briefing titled 2 Years of Progress and Advancement held at the Presidential Media today. Secretary to the Ministry of Agriculture and Plantation, Janaka Dharmakirti, said the Ministry of Agriculture is responsible for going beyond the traditional farming methods to meet the increasing demand for food, a task that is currently being managed successfully. He said that the government has implemented the necessary measures to meet President Ranil Wickremesinghe's goal of doubling the rice harvest within the next 6 growing seasons. He added that to achieve this, we have introduced a technical package as a part of the Agricultural Modernization Program. He said that additionally, the government has arranged for the utilization of all paddy fields, including fallow fields, for rice cultivation, while using the remaining cultivated land for other crops. He said that to support the agricultural modernization and to address food needs beyond traditional cultivation, 2,500 million rupees has been allocated in the budget. Director General of the Department of Agriculture, Dr. Kamini Ranatunga, said that a technology package has been introduced to farmers under the Agriculture Modernization Program to boost the production of fruits and vegetables needed for consumption in Sri Lanka. Commissioner of the Department of Agrarian Development, Sumit Chandana, said that the Department of Agrarian Development has ensured the availability of necessary fertilizers to meet the country's needs. Additional Secretary to the Ministry of Agriculture, Shiromani Edirimana, said that we have submitted our drafted agriculture policy for approval to the Ministry of Finance. She said that additionally efforts are underway to merge data systems of various line agencies. Secretary to the Ministry of Agriculture and Plantation, Janaka Dharmakirti, said that the Ministry of Agriculture cannot directly intervene in paddy prices. He said that, however, the government aims for a fair price maintenance within open economy. While occasional price hikes may occur without government intervention, persistent increases may prompt action. He said that currently only 2 types of rice are kept in stock, but future plans include maintaining safe stocks of all rice types for market release.
In the meantime, the Meteorology Department informs the fishing and naval community to not sail in the Arabian Sea area due to the activation of the southwestern monsoon. The department, issuing a red notice, have asked the naval and fishing communities to stop entering the Arabian Sea until further notice. The areas located between 7 to 20 degrees northern latitudes and between 55 and 68 degrees of eastern longitudes are subject to this turbulent weather condition. Due to the active southwestern monsoon, heavy winds up to 70 to 80 kilometers per hour may occur, causing rough tides. The Meteorology Department therefore asked the fishermen engaging in fishing in the controversial areas to come back to the coastal areas or safer areas as soon as possible. The Meteorology Department further says that several rounds of showers may occur in the western, Sabargamu and northwestern provinces and in the Kandy, Nuwara Eliya and Matra districts. Winds up to 40 to 50 kilometers per hour may occur in the western slopes of the central hills and in the north, north-central and northwestern provinces and in the Trincomalee, Hambantota and Mondrakla districts from time to time. That's it on local news. Stay tuned with us for news from overseas coming your way after this short.
அனுபவம், அறிவு மற்றும் தொடர்பாடல் திறன்களோடு நாளைய தினத்திற்கு ஏற்ற டிஜிட்டல் வங்கிகளின் நவீன சேவைகளின் ஊடாக எதிர்கால வெற்றிக்கு வழியமைக்கும் 63 வருடகால தேசத்தின் அபிமானம் மக்கள் வங்கி.
Let me take a look at foreign news now. Marine Le Pen's far-right National Rally Party led the first round of France's parliamentary elections yesterday.
Taking it closer to the gates of power than ever before, the second round of the election is on 7th of July. The National Rally Party bloc clinched 33.15% of the vote, while the left-wing New Popular Front coalition came second with 27.99%, and President Emmanuel Macron's Ensemble Alliance slumped to a dismal third with 20.76%, according to final results published by the Interior Ministry today. While the National Rally Party appears on track to win the most seats in the National Assembly, it may fall short of the 289 seats required for an absolute majority, suggesting France may be heading for a hung parliament and more political uncertainty.
A Chinese rocket crashed after being accidentally launched during a ground test yesterday, its company Space Pioneer asserted in a statement. Due to a structural failure of the connection between rocket body and the test platform, the first stage rocket was separated from the launch pad. Furthermore, it landed in a hilly area of the city of Gongyi in central China, Beijing Tianbing Technology stated. After liftoff, the onboard computer was automatically shut down and the rocket fell into deep mountains of 1.5 kilometers southwest of the test platform. The rocket body fell into the mountain and disintegrated. There were none injured as a result of the crash, as people in the area were evacuated in advance of the rocket test.
At least 4 people were reported dead and another was reported missing due to flooding this weekend in southern Switzerland, according to local police and Swiss state media. The Switzerland media reported that 3 people were killed in a landslide in the Maggia Valley. Police in Switzerland's Valais canton said that another man was found dead in a hotel in Sausgrund, adding that initial findings suggest he could have been taken by surprise by the rapidly rising waters. The public prosecutor's office had opened an investigation into the case of the missing man in Bin and the man found dead in Sausgrund, police said. The floods were a result of a rapid increase in water levels of several rivers caused by storms and melting snow. Police further stated that the flooding had also caused debris flows and numerous road closures.
Caribbean nations warned residents to make emergency preparations with a powerful and potentially deadly hurricane named Beryl strengthening further as it moves towards them. Forecasters asserted that the hurricane was extremely dangerous and anticipated developing into a Category 4 storm. The hurricane is predicted to have winds up to 250 miles per hour. The major storm expected to strengthen further as it nears the Caribbean islands of Barbados, Dominica, Grenada and Martinique, and among others. The authorities warned the citizens to stay in their households to prevent any occurrences due to the weather conditions. The foreign media reported that the Beryl hurricane was the most powerful hurricane that the Caribbean island expected this year.
A themed event featuring the captivating allure of pandas was recently held in the Schönbrunn Zoo in Vienna, Austria. The event attracted a throng of fans of pandas, which are also dubbed China's national treasure. The event was co-organized by the zoo and the Chinese embassy in Austria. The Chinese ambassador to Austria who attended the event has indicated that the giant pandas serve as ambassadors of the people. The event also featured outstanding artistic work centered around pandas and included a fun quiz focused on China-Austria relations, panda cooperation and Chinese culture. People from various parts of Austria enthusiastically participated, taking photos and engaging in the activities.
Ships sailing through Arctic waters will no longer be able to use or carry heavy bunker fuel oil under United Nations Shipping Agency regulation, which took effect today. Environmental groups stated that the ban does not go far enough in geographic scope or addressing dirty black carbon emissions from ships, which can darken white ice and speed up the melting wrought by climate change. The ban adopted in 2021 by the United Nations International Maritime Organization aims to prevent heavy fuel oil spills, which could have a devastating impact on the Arctic's sensitive environment and species including walrus, polar bears and beluga whales. Although the ban begins on July 1st, it will only come into full force in 2029 after a number of exemptions expire. But some Arctic coastal countries told Reuters they intend to take more immediate action. The time period allocated to athletes to get qualified for Paris Olympics ended yesterday.
The final list of the qualified athletes is scheduled to be declared within the next few days. A special qualifying tournament was held at the Mahinda Rajapaksa grounds in Viegama yesterday for the athletes who are at the nearly qualifying stage. Only 4 events were included in this tournament. Tharshi Karunaratne, participating in the 600 meters women's running event, recorded a time of 1 minute and 26.99 seconds. Aruna Darshana won the 400 meters men's running event with a record time of 45.49 seconds. Shamod Yodhsingh won the 100 meters men's running event by 10.62 seconds. Dilhani Lekamge won the women's javelin throw event. She recorded a length of 55.88 meters.
The third week matches of the Inter-School League Rugby tournament concluded yesterday. The tournament has been organised by the Sri Lanka School Rugby Association. The match between Colombo Royal and Mardana Zaira colleges were played in Zaira College grounds. In the first half, Royal College was forward with 19 points. They won the game at the end by 34-7 points. The match between Colombo Thurston and Maradana St. Joseph's College was played at Air Force Grounds in Ratmalana. St. Joseph's team won the match by 47-9 points. The match between Colombo Isipathana and Kandy Dharmaraja colleges was held at Havelock Grounds in Colombo. Isipathana team won the match by 46-8 points. St. Thomas's College Mount Lavinia team played the match against Science College Mount Lavinia at the Air Force Grounds in Ratmalana. St. Thomas team won the game by 30-26 points. St. Peter's College in Bamlapitia played the match against Wesley College Colombo at St. Peter's grounds. St. Peter's College won the match by 25-10 points. The match between Trinity and Sumangala colleges in Kandy was held in Bogambara grounds. Trinity College won the match by 49 to 14 points.
And with that, we wrap up tonight's English News Bulletin. Do join us for tomorrow for more of the very latest. Until then, good night.